George Clooney, the Hollywood legend, the eternal heartthrob, the man everyone thinks has a perfect life, just dropped a bombshell about his marriage to Amal. Fans are stunned as he reveals struggles in their relationship that nobody expected, and what he admitted about their private life will shock you to your core. Even George Clooney isn't immune to the ups and downs of marriage. Yes, you heard that right. Hollywood's eternal heartthrob, George Clooney, 64, recently opened up about the surprising challenges he faces in his married life with Amal Clooney. For decades, George had been seen as the ultimate leading man, handsome, charming, witty, and seemingly living a life most people could only dream of. Add to that his marriage to Amal, an accomplished international human rights lawyer, and their adorable twins. And it's easy to see why fans have always imagined their life as nothing short of perfect. The image of George and Amal has always been one of glamour and sophistication. From dazzling red carpet events to luxurious vacations on private yachts, the couple appears to live a storybook life. Social media only reinforces this picture, showing snapshots of family moments, stylish outings, and public appearances where they always look elegant and happy. It's the kind of life that makes many people assume that if you're George Clooney, marriage is effortless, and love is always smooth sailing. But recently, George gave fans a glimpse into a very different reality. In a candid interview, he confessed that marriage isn't always as easy as it seems, even for someone with his wealth, fame, and life experience. It's not always romantic, George admitted with a laugh, adding a layer of humility to his public persona that surprised many. This revelation immediately caught the attention of fans around the world, as it challenges a long-standing assumption that Hollywood couples, especially power couples like the Clooneys, live lives free from ordinary struggles. George went on to explain that despite the strong bond he shares with Amal, there are moments when marriage requires conscious effort, patience, and understanding. He highlighted that even couples who appear perfect on the outside must navigate disagreements, miscommunications, and the challenges of daily life. Parenting twins, juggling demanding careers, and balancing public attention with private life are just a few of the pressures that the Clooneys face behind closed doors. The actor's honesty was refreshing to many fans, who often idolize celebrities as living flawless lives. George's admission humanizes him in a way that is rarely seen in Hollywood. It serves as a reminder that no matter how glamorous a life looks from the outside, every relationship, celebrity or not, comes with challenges. He stressed that love alone isn't enough to sustain a marriage. It requires effort, compromise, and a willingness to face struggles together. This glimpse into George's personal life not only shocked fans, but also made many appreciate the Clooneys even more. It shows that beneath the designer suits, flashing cameras, and public appearances, George and Amal are navigating the same ups and downs as countless couples around the world. Their story proves that marriage is a journey with highs and lows, and that even the most seemingly perfect relationships require work, understanding, and commitment. By opening up about these intimate aspects of his life, George Clooney has allowed fans to see a side of him that is relatable, sincere, and profoundly human, showing that even Hollywood's golden couple isn't immune to the complexities of love and marriage. For many, the life of George and Amal Clooney seems nothing short of a fairy tale. When people think of George Clooney, they imagine a Hollywood superstar who has charmed audiences for decades with his good looks, wit, and magnetic personality. Amal Clooney, meanwhile, is admired worldwide not only for her stunning elegance, but also for her brilliance as an internationally renowned human rights lawyer. Together, they appear to be a power couple living a life that most of us can only dream about, attending glamorous red carpet events, traveling the world, raising children, and making headlines wherever they go. Their social media and public appearances give the impression of a life without struggle, a marriage without conflict, and a family without ordinary challenges. But, as George recently revealed, life behind the cameras isn't always as perfect as it seems. Maintaining a balance between two high-profile careers and a thriving family life comes with a unique set of challenges that even someone like George Clooney cannot escape. Sometimes Amal and I don't see eye to eye, George admitted in an interview, offering fans a rare glimpse into the reality of their relationship. It's a statement that surprised many, given how polished and picture-perfect their public image has always been. Part of the challenge lies in their roles as parents. The couple is raising twins, and managing parenthood alongside demanding careers is no small feat. George's life includes long filming schedules, extensive travel, and countless public appearances, all of which require significant time away from home. Amal, meanwhile, is deeply committed to her career in law, often traveling internationally to take on high-profile cases and advocate for human rights. Coordinating their schedules, ensuring quality family time, and providing consistent attention to their children can be exhausting. Even with the resources and support that come with fame, George emphasized that maintaining a strong family connection takes deliberate effort, planning, and communication. Fans were quick to point out that this revelation makes George more relatable than ever. Despite the flashing cameras, luxury jets, and opulent homes, George and Amal deal with the same everyday struggles that millions of couples face. Arguments, disagreements about parenting styles, and the stress of balancing work and home life are all part of their reality. The image of flawless celebrity marriage shatters in the light of George's honesty, revealing a very human side to the actor and his family life. What makes George's confession so impactful is how it underscores the fact that marriage, no matter who you are, is about more than love and attraction. It requires teamwork, patience, compromise, and a shared commitment to navigating life's obstacles together. For the Clooneys, this means actively working to understand each other's perspectives, finding ways to support one another despite busy schedules, and carving out meaningful moments as a family whenever possible. Ultimately, George's candid words remind fans that even a marriage that looks perfect on paper or in photographs has its complexities. George and Amal's relationship is no fairy tale. It's real life, and the challenges they face are what make their bond authentic and relatable. By openly sharing the realities of his family life, George has not only humanized himself, but also shown that behind the glitz and glamour, every marriage requires effort, understanding, and love in action. George Clooney didn't hold back when it came to discussing the realities of married life. While most people see him as the ultimate Hollywood icon with a picture-perfect family, he made it clear that even the richest and most famous couples face everyday struggles that test their patience and commitment. It's not the big things that are hard. George explained during a candid interview, it's the little things, trying to find time for each other, making sure we communicate, even when life is crazy. This statement, simple as it may sound, reveals a side of the actor rarely seen by the public, a side grounded in the realities of love, effort, and daily responsibility. For George and Amal, balancing demanding careers with marriage is no easy feat. George's acting commitments often take him around the world for months at a time, while Amal's career as a human rights lawyer is just as demanding, involving international travel, high-profile cases, and a constant schedule of advocacy work. In the midst of these responsibilities, maintaining the spark in their relationship requires conscious effort. According to George, romance doesn't just happen automatically. It has to be nurtured, even when life is packed with commitments and obligations. Date nights aren't as frequent as they used to be, George admitted, adding a note of realism to the glamour often associated with their marriage. Scheduling time for just the two of them has become a challenge, as both are deeply invested in their professional lives. Amal's independence and focus on her work, while admirable, can sometimes create moments of tension, according to George. He candidly admitted that navigating these differences is part of the reality of their relationship. We have to make a conscious effort to prioritize each other, he said, or else life just gets in the way. It's a sentiment that resonates far beyond Hollywood. It's a truth familiar to couples everywhere, regardless of fame or fortune. This honesty about the challenges of maintaining a marriage struck a chord with fans. Many took to social media to express their admiration for George's candidness, noting how refreshing it is to hear a celebrity openly acknowledge that love alone isn't enough to sustain a relationship. Communication, patience, and consistent effort are key, even for a couple as famous and wealthy as the Clooneys. His confession serves as a reminder that the dynamics of marriage, arguments, compromises, and the need for quality time remain universal. George's words also highlight an important lesson. Fame and fortune don't shield anyone from the realities of life. Even with all the resources at their disposal, George and Amal must navigate scheduling conflicts, stress, and moments of tension. What makes their relationship work is their willingness to address these challenges head-on, to communicate openly, and to make intentional choices that prioritize their connection. For fans, this glimpse into George's personal life is both eye-opening and relatable. Behind the red carpets, luxury vacations, and seemingly perfect public appearances, George and Amal are actively working to maintain their bond. Their story shows that marriage is not a fairy tale, even for Hollywood's elite, but it is achievable with effort, understanding, and a commitment to each other. Ultimately, George Clooney's honesty serves as a powerful reminder. No matter how glamorous life appears from the outside, love requires continuous care. It's in the small acts, the conversations, and the deliberate prioritization of your partner that a marriage truly thrives, something George and Amal exemplify, even under the unblinking eyes of the world. One of the most challenging aspects of George and Amal Clooney's life is the constant balancing act between their high-profile public image and their private family life. Living under the relentless gaze of the media, fans, and paparazzi add a layer of pressure that most couples simply do not experience. Every move they make, every public appearance, and even casual social media posts are scrutinized by millions. George himself admitted that navigating these public expectations while keeping his marriage strong is no easy feat. People assume we have everything figured out, but we're just like any other couple, he said, offering a rare glimpse into reality behind the glamour. From the outside, it may seem like the Clooneys have it all. Nannies to help with the children, personal assistants to manage their schedules, private jets to travel anywhere at a moment's notice, and luxurious homes that most can only dream of. But George's candid words remind fans that these conveniences do not automatically make a marriage easier. Marriage, he emphasizes, is about connection, effort, and understanding, not convenience or material comfort. Even with all the resources at their disposal, George and Amal face the same ups and downs, disagreements, and challenges that countless couples encounter every day. The pressure of being in the public eye can magnify even the smallest disagreements. George spoke openly about how he and Amal have different ways of handling stress. Amal, a fiercely independent and driven lawyer, approaches problems with precision and focus, while George has a more laid-back and flexible approach. These differences, while complementary in many ways, can also create tension. Learning to respect each other's perspectives, communicate effectively, and compromise has been crucial to maintaining harmony in their relationship. George also highlighted that compromise is not just about resolving disagreements. It's about creating space for understanding, empathy, and teamwork. One of the biggest lessons I've learned in marriage is that love isn't always enough. George explained, you need patience, understanding, and the willingness to work together to make it work. This admission underscores an important truth. Even in relationships that look perfect from the outside, sustaining love requires ongoing effort, attention, and collaboration. For fans, George's openness is both surprising and inspiring. It's rare to hear a celebrity of his stature acknowledge that marriage, even when paired with fame, wealth, and seemingly endless resources, demands the same qualities that ordinary couples rely on: communication, compromise, patience, and teamwork. It humanizes George and Amal, showing that despite the red carpets, flashing cameras, and luxurious lifestyle, they navigate real-life challenges just like everyone else. This candidness also serves as a reminder that maintaining a marriage is not about perfection. It's about partnership. George and Amal's story proves that even the most admired couples must invest time, energy, and emotional effort into their relationships. Behind the glamour, the accolades, and the public appearances, they are two individuals committed to supporting one another, growing together, and prioritizing their family above all else. In the end, George Clooney's revelations about balancing fame, family, and marriage offer an inspiring perspective. No matter how extraordinary life may appear on the outside, real love requires intentionality, compromise, and teamwork. The Clooneys may live in the spotlight, but their relationship thrives because they remain grounded, connected, and dedicated to each other. Lessons that resonate with couples everywhere. Once George Clooney's candid interview aired, fans quickly took to social media to share their reactions, and the response was overwhelming. People praised him for being honest, open, and surprisingly relatable. For a Hollywood icon known for his charm, glamour, and seemingly flawless life, it was refreshing to hear him admit that even he faces the same challenges in marriage that ordinary couples do. Comments and posts flooded online platforms, with fans expressing both surprise and admiration at his honesty. One fan wrote, "I never thought George Clooney had normal relationship problems." Another added, "It's nice to know even celebrities struggle with marriage." Many others commented on the human side of the Clooneys, saying, "George and Amal are perfect in my eyes, but it's refreshing to hear their human side." These reactions highlight just how impactful George's openness was. People were not only surprised, but also inspired, realizing that even couples living seemingly perfect lives must work hard to maintain love, connection, and family harmony. What makes George and Amal's story so remarkable isn't the absence of challenges, it's how they face them together. The couple's ability to communicate, compromise, and prioritize their relationship despite busy careers, public scrutiny, and parenting responsibilities sets them apart. Their struggles make them relatable to audiences worldwide, proving that marriage requires effort, patience, and teamwork, no matter your social status or wealth. In a world where celebrity relationships are often idealized or misrepresented, George's honesty serves as a breath of fresh air, showing that real love is about resilience, understanding, and daily commitment. Moreover, the Clooney story is inspiring because it demonstrates that marriage is not about perfection. It's about navigating life's ups and downs as a team, supporting each other through stressful times, and celebrating small victories together. George's revelations remind fans that love is an ongoing process. It's not just about romance, red carpets, or public appearances. It's about the little moments behind the scenes, the sacrifices made for family, and the continuous effort to strengthen the bond with your partner. In conclusion, George Clooney's candidness has given the world a rare glimpse into the realities of married life, even for one of Hollywood's most admired couples. His words remind us that behind the glamour, award shows, and flashing cameras, there's a real-life couple working hard to make their marriage thrive. They are living proof that even in the most high-profile relationships, love requires dedication, understanding, and collaboration. So, the next time you see George and Amal walking hand in hand down a red carpet or smiling in magazine spreads, remember this. Behind the perfect smiles and headlines, they are navigating the same ups and downs that all couples face. Their story is a powerful reminder that marriage, whether in Hollywood or a home, demands effort, patience, and above all, a commitment to facing life together. George's openness has not only humanized him, but also given fans hope and perspective. That no matter the circumstances, real love is achievable, grounded in honesty, teamwork, and an unwavering dedication to each other.